Hello, hello, hello. I want to share something with you. Um, this person is to remain anonymous. We're going to call her Jane Doe. Jane Doe sent me a letter, a message she wanted me to share, and I'm going to share this. As I read it, I'm going to give feedback. I'm going to give comment. I'm going to give, I won't say advice. I'm going to share my thoughts as I read it, okay? And I'm going to send this directly to the person first. If they say they want me to publish it, I'm going to publish it. Okay. I'm going to read the letter. Okay. Um, I watched your video about dating the same man with a different name. I just wondered after my 7-year relationship ended with my common law husband because he cheated on me. The breakup was messy. I told myself that time I would never be that kind of person who hurt me, that I will not that I will not hurt someone's heartbreak just to make mine happy. Yet I failed to find a man who was not in a complicated relationship. Okay, so I failed to find a man who is not in a complicated relationship. So my question would be, are you in a are why are you attracting men who are complicated? That was my question. Why are you attracting men that are complicated? So we gotta go back in the past and see what's happening here because I'm noticing a pattern, and I used to have the same pattern. That's why I notice it. We're dating the same person with a different name, right, basically. So a complicated situation. You say I can't find a man. But I know in the Bible said he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So why are you looking for a man? The man should be looking for you, right? Okay, so let me go on. We broke up last 2021, and I had 3 relationships after that. Also ended up failed. Okay, so did you take time to heal? Because a lot of times we go from relationship to relationship to relationship. And I know because I did that. I was a serial dater. I had to have a man, couldn't be alone with myself, didn't know who I was. For surely didn't want to be alone with myself. That was my story, okay, until it wasn't. Let me go on. I'm not really proud of myself to say this, but 2 of them were married. Two of them were married. I didn't know firsthand. Okay. The first relationship that I had after that big breakup, I didn't know he was married until 8 months after dating. And so I broke up with him. The second relationship was the same. So you tend to attract complicated men who are already in relationships. So again, we have to check in with ourselves. Why do I keep attracting this type of person? What? Because sometimes this is what I realized. I was attracting these people because I thought that unconsciously, if I fix them, that would fix me. And I didn't mind being number 2 just so I was a number, right? I was settling. My self-worth gone. After each relationship, it was chip and chip and chip away from myself, my self-trust, my self-esteem, all of the things, right? So I can understand that. I can. Um, then right now I'm in a relationship that has the partner. So I'm in a relationship that has a partner. So this person already has somebody. So again, we're dating the same person. This person, you date people that have people, right? Right now he's avoiding me. Maybe he's with his other person. Because sometimes it's hard to when you are dating somebody that's dating somebody else, they gonna choose to spend time with the person the main person, right? Sometimes that's how it is. So you say right now he's avoiding me. That's a good thing. It really is. It may not feel like it, but it is. Okay, right now he's avoiding me. Not as connected as when we first dated. I mean, he's connected to somebody else. So how can you be connected to somebody that's already connected with somebody else? It can be complicated. It can be hard because he can't give you all of his time because somebody else is getting his time. I don't know what to do. I, I know I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. I do wrong in the past to suffer all of these things, to suffer all this. Well, don't blame yourself because see what happens is the things that we see in our childhood we mimic in our adulthood. The things that we don't address in our childhood shows up in our relationship. So we got to go back to that past. We got to go back to childhood and see what happened. Where did you learn this from? Because we learned this from somewhere. I know I did. I saw a lot of stuff. And I thought that was love. I thought that that was how relationships work. So therefore, I operated from that deficit. Okay. Why do I attract complicated men? Like I said, we got to go back in the past and dig that up. I kept on thinking that trauma I had in the past had led me to attract them. Could be, right? Because we attract those our wounds, those things that we don't deal with, we keep attracting that. Our unconsciously we think that we can heal if we fix them, it'll fix ourselves. I used to think that. I didn't know I was thinking that. But I always dated fixer uppers. I always dated people that I thought I could help and I can change them. I can fix them. You ain't God. That ain't your job. You can't fix nobody. You can't change them. You accept them or you leave them. You got a choice because you're picking the people. We make these picks and then we're like, why does this keep happening? Well, you're picking the person. So we got to work on our picker. When I say work on our picker, there's some personal development, there's some coaching, there's some therapy, there's some unlearning. There's a lot of things we got to do so we can choose, so we can be open to receive better. Right? We got to be open to receive better. That's it. We got to heal those things. Because if not, you can keep dating the same person. Obviously, this is the theme of what I'm hearing. You're dating the same people. Either they married or they got somebody. They married or they got somebody. And it's all complicated. All of it's and it's going to be complicated when other people are involved. Relationship, 1-on-1, not 1-1-1. 1-on-1. That's a relationship. That's it. So we got to be open to that. And when we know better, we do better. We should, right? Okay, what else? I kept on thinking that I kept on thinking that trauma I had in the past that led me to attract them. I felt like I had been cursed. And you don't want to put that over your life, right? You don't want to call yourself cursed. We don't want to curse ourselves. We want to bless ourselves. I made the best choice I had with the information. I made the best choice I could with the information I had at the time. Okay? That's it. I want to get out of this kind of relationship, but I don't know how. Well, it's not even a relationship. If we can just be honest, it's not a relationship. It's a situationship. He is already in a relationship with somebody else, right? If I read it right, if I'm wrong, please correct me. This person is already in a relationship with somebody else. So when you say I want to get out of this kind and say I want to get out of this kind of relationship, it's not a relationship. It's a situationship. I'm very anxious to be left alone again. Here's the thing. I used to be so scared of being by myself. And I used to date the same people over and over again. You know why? Because I didn't know who I was. And I for sure didn't want to be alone with myself. That was scary for me. But you know what? God kept removing those people out of my life because he knew there was something greater in me than what I was settling for. Life can get so much better. Your life will get better when you get better. And when you get better, you'll attract better. You'll attract different. But there's some old wounds that have to be healed. Because if not, this is going to keep being a scenario. It's a theme. I know, I get it. This was me until it wasn't. He had to remove those people out of my life so I can put him first and stop putting these men first. Because what happened was I didn't know who I was, so I was attracting these people, right? And then I turned into who they needed me to be because I didn't know who I was. So whatever they needed me to be, that's what I was doing. I didn't mind being side chick. I didn't mind being number 2, just so I was a number. When I was with the person, it made me feel seen and loved in that moment. But that moment didn't last. It was just a moment, right? So I just want you to choose yourself and know that you deserve to be number 1, not number 2, not no side piece. No. But we first we gotta unpack some things. There's a lot of stuff that needs unpacking. This is just the surface stuff. What I read, it was surface stuff, but we gotta unpack it because in order to produce new fruit, we gotta pull up those roots. Because if we don't pull the roots up, we're gonna keep producing the same stuff over and over again. And cycles don't change until you do. Cycles won't change until you do. It's all up to you. So and I know this might have been hard to hear. I could not have said it any other way because sometimes we need the truth. We need it. As harsh as it is to hear, we need it so we can get better. That's what feedback is. Feedback don't always feel good. Feedback don't always sound good. It does not, but it's what we need to improve, right? So my invitation to you is to create an exit plan. Okay. I mean, it's a situationship. It shouldn't be too hard, right? But I know them soul ties, once you get in that bed, y'all tied up, right? Your body parts are craving that person's body parts. Been there, done that. So you have to give yourself time to detox from that person, from people, from relationships until you heal. Okay? Because if not, you're gonna keep repeating the cycle. So I would say detox. You got to block, cut, block, and delete. Because if not, you're gonna get that hey girl, hey, how you doing? Hey big head, whatever, however that goes. And then you start responding back. You got to cut, block, and delete. When I say cut, you got to cut them off. Cold turkey. No contact. You have to social media, block until you're healed. Okay? Delete those old text messages, because you're gonna go back and read them when you get lonely. Oh, when he said this, oh, they were so nice. Oh, look at that picture of him. Look at that picture up. Don't do it. Don't go scrolling down memory lane. Leave it alone. Give yourself time to heal. Work on you. You don't need to be entertained no more relationship, right? No, you don't need to be entertained in no relationship no time soon. Give yourself time to heal. Because I don't think you did that yet. It don't sound like it. I didn't either. I'm telling you, I didn't either. I was boom, 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 like out of relationship in another one. Oh, I can't be myself. Oh my God. Yeah, I needed to. I needed to be by myself because I found me. And I was and in turn, I found God. God led me back to me. Because man, I was putting these people in his place. And he's a jealous God. He don't like that. So he removed all those people. He did. So he could work on me and start placing people in my life. Doors started opening up. I would not be the person I am today if it was not for me taking time for me and stop being in and out of these relationships that wasn't no good for me. Because I wasn't good for me. And if I'm not good for me, I'm not good for nobody else. So I got to make sure that I'm working on me. So I just invite you to work on you. Figure out what that looks like. If you need to have a conversation, we can come up with a game plan. We can do that. But that ain't it. That ain't working. So don't keep doing it. That's insane. You keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. We got to work on ourselves. We got to give ourselves those things that we think other people can give us because they can't. They're not. It's temporary. This is from the heart. This is with love. And let me know how I can support you. Okay? That's all.